What's up, folks? Late Bloomer here. I've got another update for you about my crazy roommate that hopefully is leaving by the end of the month. Something even crazier happened not too long ago, actually. You guys aren't going to believe this. I think I might have, like, one of the craziest roommates. I mean, for me at least, the craziest roommate I've ever had. Hopefully that's an ever, not like, hopefully that's not like craziest roommate so far, but the craziest roommate I've ever had. Hopefully the last crazy roommate I'll have. Um, how this, so what happened was, okay, after the come at me bro incident when he tried to fight me, I came home again, late one night, from work. And, I noticed that the door to my apartment was locked. I mean, was open. And, so, it was a little suspicious because, I always lock it and, I told him to lock the door every time, he comes out or when he comes in to, to sleep. But this time it was open, so I opened the door. And mind you, okay, once you open the door, right, the layout is actually open the door, that's the entrance to my apartment. Immediately to the left is his room that he's renting from me. And further down is my room. So, I open up the door, right? It's all pitch black. So I turn on the lights. I was like, why is this door open? Then, after I turn on the lights, I look to my left and I noticed that there was like a small crack on his door. I mean, like, his door was slightly open. There was a small crack that was opened. Like, like you couldn't really see into the room, but you could make out that it was cracked open. So I say, Manny, you home? That's his name, Manny. I go, Manny, you home? Are you, I call him out twice, just to see if he was here or not. So, no response. So I cracked open the door a little bit more, and I saw, like, his silhouette, like in a crouching position or whatever, like, like the fetal position while you're sleeping. And then I closed it again, and then fucking right after that, I hear this loud bang and rustling, and he fucking, like, just crashed onto the floor and opened the door and, like, almost charged me. He literally, like, crashed onto, like, the floor, and I think he's got his spoons and stuff inside his room, like the utensils, and he smashed his utensils while he crashed onto the floor, and then fucking, like, just and, like, opened the door and almost bum rushed me. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I really don't get scared that much, but as a man, I'm man enough to admit that I got pretty frightened at this. I mean, imagine, like, some big dude that's, like, that looks crazy, like the Daria character from I mean, like that character from Daria with the one eye bulging out and all red, and then the other eye closed. And imagine somebody like that that's big and built, and with a burly frame, just fucking, charging down to the floor, and then almost bum rushing you, like, I literally, like, was stunned, and I found myself subconsciously reaching for the lock on the entrance of the door, and, like, really, like, getting ready to open it, and fucking getting ready to just like, run. But, as that was happening, I stopped myself, because I was stunned, and I just stood there, and thankfully this fucking crazy guy just stopped. His eyes were red, like, fucking, like, he was drugged. And, like, yeah, I told him, I laughed it off. I was like, what's going on, man? Like, like, you look, I was like, what's going on, man? Like, I feigned, like, laughter, but inside I was, like, really, really, like, frightened at this fucking crazy dude. So, yeah, I mean, I feigned laughter. Thankfully, he came to, like, because I think he got frightened and, like, was startled, and I guess that was his fucking natural reaction. Like he's a crazy dude, like, who car just like outside the room like that, you know? That's just crazy. And he goes, "Don't you ever like, like come into my room." I go, I called your name out twice. I was just making sure everything was okay." He's like, "Don't you ever do that." Like, oh my goodness. This guy is like crazy. Like, craziest roommate I've ever had. I'm really looking forward to him like moving out by the 31st of March 2014, because man, I've really learned my lesson with this one. Like, damn. I really hope I find a normal roommate after. I really hope he leaves first. If not, then I'm gonna have to pursue like the court route, which is like an expensive and time-consuming route. But hopefully, it doesn't go to that. But yeah, man, like I really learned my lesson with this. Like, I really gotta trust my gut instinct next time. Hopefully he leaves. It's what, March? It's like the middle of March now, so it's almost just 2 weeks till the 31st. And we shook on it that by the 31st, I would give him his security deposit and he would give me the keys. So we shook on that, and hopefully, he seems like he would stick to that. He seems like the guy, a person that would stick to like a handshake like that. But man, I gotta tell you, I've learned my lesson on this fucking crazy roommate. Like, I really do need a roommate to help with the expenses, but to avoid like another roommate like this, I don't mind paying double what I'm paying right now, just to get that peace of mind to have a normal roommate. Just until I can find a normal roommate. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said this during this video, but I've learned my lesson with this one. And hopefully you guys don't run into this, or at least hopefully you guys will take the wisdom that I'm trying to impart to you guys, and also just be really careful with what kind of roommate you pick. So yeah, that's a little update on this crazy roommate of mine, and hopefully he leaves soon. The sooner the better. Alright guys, Lake Bloomer, signing out.